Hi guys, this is Tam. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a flip through of my personal journal on today. I did not get to record as many process videos as I would have liked to in this journal, but it is full. That is what it looks like from the opening. I stuffed so much stuff in here, and it's the spine is still intact pretty good, but if I put anything else in here, even though I have a lot of blank pages, I would be risking compromising the spine. So I think this journal got its full use. I really did use it a lot. So it's not like I am feeling bad that I'm having to close out a journal that I didn't get to do a lot of writing in. I got to do a lot of writing in this journal. So I feel really good about having completed it as much as I could in terms of I can't get any more in here. So I had to create a new journal for me to journal in going forward. So I just wanted to do a flip through of this one before I put it away on my shelf. So this is what it looks like on the outside, the front. And if you want to do a flip through of what this journal looked like before I started journaling in it, let me see if I can tell you guys what video that was that I did a before the pen flip through. I'm just trying to find it here on my phone, because before I started writing in it, I did do a flip through to let you guys see what it looked like. And it is night and day. It looks totally different before I started writing in it. More flatter. Obviously, it was blank and it had a lot of room in it. So that would be video number 11. So if you want to see what this journal looked like before I started writing in it, just go back to video number 11 and that'll kind of give you a before the pen flip through. Now, I tried to conceal as much as I could in terms of personal information. This was a life journal. So whatever was happening in my regular everyday life, that's what I journaled about. This year is a little bit different, but I'll talk about that more when I do a little flip through in the journal that I'm using now. So I'm not intending to make this video any longer than necessary, so I'll be flipping through as quickly as I can, and you can slow it down or speed it up to your liking, depending on what it is that you prefer. So the opening has a pocket here, as I stated in my before the pen flip through, but I ended up not using this pocket for anything. So that's that. This is my first page. I did some journaling here, and this is not in order in terms of, I did not write, January 1, January 2, January 3. I would flip all through this journal. And so I would write here today, and 3 days from now, I would be way back here in the back somewhere. So it is not chronological. So as I do the flip through, just keep that in mind. So I'm just basically letting you guys see what it looks like in terms of how I decorate my pages and how much writing and things like that I do. That's a picture of me and my husband. I like those pictures. I threw them in here. Some journaling about my toddler and a lawnmower that we picked up for him. This is, unfortunately, a journaling entry about my oldest son. He caught a case. We're praying about that, hoping, that does not become something that really breaks my heart. This is a picture of me and my sisters. I have 2 sisters. There are only 3 of us, so that's all of us together there. And I don't like that picture. I look way bigger than I think in my mind. That just motivates me to lose some weight, right? I journaled about the voting last year. In November, some happy mail that I received from one of my friends and subscribers. So you'll see a lot of happy mail in here. And this is from Faithful Miss. She's the one who sent me this little package, and I kind of took pictures of the things that she sent me, put some stamps down and things like that. This is me journaling about an estate sale that me and my husband went to back in August of last year. The things that I was drinking at the time, some of my favorite beverages, teas, and I love Sprite, and I have a favorite wine, and of course coffee. That's a picture of my husband that I took when we were in Sam's Club. Just some journaling entry about some things that were on my heart at the time. I kept a little package from Dove soap, and I journaled about it and how I developed an allergic reaction, and Dove soap is basically the only soap that I can use. This is a tea that I was gifted, and I just journaled about it. This is also some Happy Mail that I received. I journaled about that, put the card in there along with the postage. This is me journaling about the Illustrating Bible that I ordered from Dayspring, and I think I did a journal with me entry about this one. You'll see several music pages and Bible pages in here as well. This is me journaling about one of my kids. I believe it's my youngest son. He went to the doctor. So the little stickers that they give you at the doctor's office, or they give kids at the doctor's office, I usually save those and put them in here. He doesn't want them. He doesn't like for him to put them on his clothes or on his hands and none of that. So I usually keep them and put them in my journal. Me and my husband celebrating our anniversary. This is me journaling about the job having catered Panera for us one day. Just some journaling there and here. So these images I just cut out of magazines and mail that comes, through the our mailbox. I just cut images off of them and use them in my journal if I feel like I can. This is about a craft fair that was happening over here in our area. I journaled about that. This is some more Happy Mail that came in from one of my subscribers. Journaled about that. A birthday card from one of my real good friends at work. And I did a tuck spot back there. And some journaling back there. There are some poetry pages in here. One of my favorite authors is Helen Steiner Rice. So I have several of her books, and I inserted those pages into this journal. And this is also some more Happy Mail. Journaled about that here. This is a blank page. You'll see several of those. I really hate that I have blank pages in this journal, but like I said, I can't get any more in here. I journaled about a church that I was visiting. This is just some more general journaling. Did some watercoloring. Did some stickers with some clear sticker paper. A washi tape page. Some of my favorite washi. I stuck down on this one. Just some journaling and with some decoupaging. A book sale at my local library. Music pages. I journaled about a YouTuber that I watched every now and then, and she ultimately lost her battle with lupus. So I just journaled about how sad that made me. I didn't know her personally, but it just made me sad that she had passed away. Here's a journaling entry. And here I journaled about having sold my very first handmade journal. And I just photocopied the money. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I did. The actual money I received from that sale. This is some pens that were sent to me to review by a company called Parku. So I uploaded a video about that on one of my channels. This is a journaling entry about my nephew who caught a case out in Mississippi. I was really sad about that. I journaled about him. And I'm just praying for him. He's in jail right now. So I don't write just about the good things. I write about the bad. It's my life. It's my story. So I'm not trying to make it seem like it's the best life in the world in terms of nothing bad ever happens. I write about the good and the bad. So that's just how I am. This is my birthday spread. We went to Baberies and I did all kind of pink things because that's my favorite color. So my husband bought me some flowers. I put the a little piece of the paper that came off the bouquet on here. And I just did some journaling in a little tuck spot there. So, and that's my birthday card that my husband got me. And I journaled on a little card that I tucked behind it. I got sick, and I journaled about some things that I was taking, teas I was drinking, a Happy Mail page from one of my friends and subscribers, Keita. So I put that in here, some journaling there, a blank page, Bible pages. This is some more Happy Mail that came in from one of my subscribers and friends, Michelle. And this is a birthday spread for my toddler. He turned, when he turned 2 years old last year. This is a birthday card from my job. And this is actually a card from a job that I actually received. And I had to turn it down because my middle son got sick and needed surgery. And I knew I was going to have to take time off work. And I didn't want to start a new job and go in the door not being able to work, you know, having to take time soon as I started the new job. So I had to turn it down after an offer had been made and accepted by me. So I was really sad about that. I could be working somewhere else, which is, you know, one of my desires, to find a new job, do something different. A journaling page there, a Bible page. My favorite sandwich shop is Jimmy John's. And so I journal about that here. Kept one of the receipts. I get the very same thing from Jimmy John's every time I order. But I journaled about it there. This is a YouTube giveaway page that I had on my Bible journaling channel. So I journaled about it and kept some of the things that were coming in the mail from those that entered that giveaway. This is a staycation trip that my husband and I, along with my little toddler, took because he's still at the age where I don't really feel comfortable leaving him with anybody still. I know I have to get over that if me and my husband want to have some alone time together. But I'm just really struggling with that. I don't know. And he's not my first kid. I mean, I've had 3 children. He's the third of 3 boys that I have given birth to. So I know it's, you know, but it seems different. The world is different. People are different, and you just really can't trust people the way you used to. And I just have that always in the back of my mind. I don't have any family here with me in Georgia, so I just don't have anybody that I could just say, can you watch him for me for a couple of days while we go out of town? I don't have anybody like that. I have a friend who's offered to keep him, and I trust her, and, you know, I love her, and I've known her forever, but she has grandkids, and her grandkids are always at her house, and I don't want to feel like I am putting, you know, even more responsibility on her, knowing that she's very involved in her grandkids' life, and she keeps them a lot. Like, they're over her house throughout the week, almost every weekend. And so that's that. And everybody else I know is old. Like, I have my godmother here, and she's old, and she can't run after a toddler. So this is a page from my middle son, who wrote me an I'm sorry card for some things that he had done and said that were really disrespectful. So he came back later and apologized for that. Picture of me and my youngest son. That's the 2 of them at the dentist office. I journaled about that. Fall is my favorite time of year. I journaled about the last day of fall and some of my favorite things. A fall calendar, a fall candle. Shades of Autumn that I got from Walmart. Smells really good. My favorite coffee is pumpkin spice coffee. Pumpkin muffins. So I just keep little bits and pieces of things that I accumulate, and I just use it in my journal. That's a thank you card and a tuck spot back there. A picture of me and my youngest son there. Some notes and postage and things like that that I have gotten from my YouTube family. I just put them behind a little glassine, or what do you call it? Wax paper from one of my Jimmy John's sandwiches. and I just made it a tuck spot and took some notes and stuff from my YouTube family. Music page, some ginger beer that my husband and I tried. Ginger beer is just like ginger ale, but it's a little bit stronger. My husband picked up this one. It was expensive, like 4 bottles for almost $6. And it wasn't even that good, but I journaled about it. I got a new photo printer, a Canon selfie, and I just wrote about that, took a picture of it. This is a page I journaled about books and my love for them. And I just cut out some book images from some magazines and put them on that page. This is another thank you card from my job and a little tuck spot back there where I journaled about it. Me and my youngest son went out running errands one Saturday, and we stopped at a little diner and ate brunch. This is another Happy Mail package from my friend. I believe this is from Tracy. Yeah, Tracy sent me a package, and I journaled about it here. Created a little tuck spot and included the note that she put in my package. Some blank spots, some poetry pages from Helen Steiner Rice. This is a tuck spot that I journaled about me and my youngest son enjoying the weather. Came in one day from work and the weather was so pretty, so we stayed outside for a little bit and I snapped a couple of pictures. This is my husband's birthday spread. Took some pictures where we ate, what we did, and all of that. Went to the theater and I journaled about that. He's so cute. This is a Christmas card. My very first Christmas card always comes from Carolyn at work. So I put it in here and journaled about it on this little tag that I took there. And I put some Christmas ribbon down there. This was my youngest son's first day of daycare. Really, really nervous about that, guys. I just don't trust people. And when you hear about kids dying at daycares and at the hand of a family member and things like that, that doesn't help my anxiety at all. This is a Happy Mail package that came from Autumn, I believe. Yeah, Autumn, with tri-custom stamps. So I journaled about that there. A journaling entry about me and my husband doing some last minute Christmas shopping. I got a tuck spot there with a tag and another tag here I journaled about there. Took a picture of us when we stopped to get some lunch that day. And a cup that I purchased while we were out. Music page. This is a journaling entry from some Happy Mail I received from my friend Faithful Mess. So I journaled about it, the things that she included, some real life ephemera pieces. I like to use those most of all. Things that come to me in the mail or things that I accumulate as I'm out shopping. I save those things and put them in my journal. Tim Holtz is nice. Whoever. These people that sell these manufactured or ephemera that you can get out of the store, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and things like that. Those have their place. But if I have an opportunity to actually use something in my journal that actually means something to me, that I actually accumulated on my own, it was a gift from a family member or a friend, I prefer that in my journal over something that I just purchased out of the store. So whereas those things look nice and I do use them in my journals, they don't take precedence over real life ephemera. If I have something that I have accumulated on my own, I'll use that before I use a piece of ephemera that I purchased out of the store. This is a entry from some Happy Mail that I got from one of my friends and subscribers, Tracy. So she sent me a little card. And I took the envelope behind it and I did some journaling on the back of the envelope. Did some big wide washi tape up there. This is a picture of my oldest son the day he got his driving permit. This is a lottery ticket. My husband keeps playing the lottery and we keep losing. So I just journaled about that there. He's so funny. He is certain one day we're going to hit the lottery. if that be God's will, I am definitely going to be happy about it. But I don't use my money to play the lottery. Like I don't like gambling in terms of I'm not going to continue to give them my money and I don't ever win. So he doesn't care. He'll go in there and buy, $15, $20 worth of lottery tickets and don't win at all. So this is a wash day for me and my youngest son where, I wash our hair and then I twist it or blow dry it or whatever it is I do to mine. Most of the time his is just washed and either I just let it stay loose or I do some little twists or something on it to keep it from tangling up. So I journal about that. This is my middle son. He had to go in for surgery in March of last year for a cyst that he had on his spleen. So I took some pictures. Very expensive, very expensive. We're still paying those hospital bills. Oh, y'all, hospital bills are no joke, but you have to take care of your kids. You have to take care of your family. This is a picture that I have that my husband likes, and I just wrote about it. I printed it off and just journaled about. My husband is so funny. The pictures where, those moments where he sees me and he takes a picture and he'll say something like, you look so pretty today, or you're so beautiful today. And he'll just snap a picture and then he'll send it to me as if he wants me to see what he sees. Usually I don't. I was getting off of work that day and I was tired and I was hot and frustrated with traffic. And so I got in and he was waiting for me and he took a picture of me and he was like, smile. And I faked a little smile for him so I wouldn't look all ugly on his picture. But this is an entry I did about my youngest son on the nebulizer. He's been on that a couple of times. He gets these really bad colds and a lot of congestion. These are the teas that I tried in December. So I just took the little tea packets and I kept them and I glued them down in here. This is my youngest son at his 2-year annual checkup. Journaled about that a little bit. A Bible page. This is the lobby of our job where they were doing like a tenant appreciation breakfast for Christmas, and they served like coffee and eggs and things like that. Journal about that. This is a stove that my husband was installing in our kitchen. We got a new stove because our old one went out on us. This is an entry that I journaled about one of my friends and subscribers, some Happy Mail that she sent me. I believe she was the very first person to ever send me Happy Mail. The Pecan Tan Beauty. She does reviews and unboxings of Dooney handbags. But she's a supporter of my channel. I love her so much. She is on my Bible journaling channel. So for those of you who don't know, I maintain this crafting channel, and I have a channel where I do Bible journaling and haul videos and things like that as well on a Bible journaling channel. So it's in the description of this video if you want to come join me over there. This is a journaling entry I did about my husband. I think this was Labor Day. And he brought me some flowers back because he knew I was mad. He left the house and you know how that goes. He came back and tried to make amends. This is a picture of my toddler. I came upstairs one morning and he was completely naked. I kind of blurred out, his little private parts, but I had to document that. That little sucker, he was completely naked. I was like, why are you naked? He had took off all his clothes, and I can't for the life of me understand why he did that. But I journaled about it here, and I put a little let life surprise you because he did. That's a Bible page, and this is an accumulation of all the Christmas cards that I got this year. I just stuck them down in a little pocket here. Some pictures and some more cards. I just stuck them down in here in a little belly band that I have here, and I paper clipped them, to keep them from moving. This is another little entry I did from some Happy Mail, some pieces from a Happy Mail package that I received from my friend Faithful Miss. This is a little note that the girl Rita, who fills in for me at work, she left for me once I got back, and I just glued it in here. This is my review of the Polaroid Zip camera. It's also a photo printer. I don't like that one at all. The images are a mess. But that Canon selfie I like a lot. This is another picture that I journaled about myself and just being grateful for the life God has given me, the things that He has blessed me with. This is a picture of the kids outside. I journaled about them. This is a picture of my middle son, and he started high school this year. Well, last year, but this school year. I journaled about that. Blank pages, songbook pages, and a journaling entry there. Put some stickers and stuff down. This is where most of my blank pages start. I journaled about a gift card from the job. Blank pages, blank pages, blank pages. All of those are blank. This is an entry about one of my kids went back to the doctor again. This is the doctor's office. It's like they should know me by name. I hate going to the doctor's office. I feel like you can get sick at the doctor's office. So it's like every time I have to go in there, people are sneezing and coughing and hacking, and nobody's sanitizing their hands or covering their mouths. It just makes me nervous. This is a entry about my nephew who graduated last May. So he was the last of my oldest sister's children to graduate. So all of her kids are out of the house now. Isn't that awesome? Just praying that they, go out into life and be productive citizens. Men of God who really do the right thing, want to do right by their families and their friends. And this is a journaling entry about me and my husband's favorite takeout sushi place. These are blank pages. This is a spread about my youngest son who was in the hospital December of 2017. He broke his right femur. So I journaled about that. I felt so bad for him. I cried. This is an entry about a surprise breakfast one of my friends at work brought me one morning. This is my husband's Christmas card. It was so big it couldn't fit in the envelope with the others, so I just kind of taped it back here. A Bible page, a journaling entry page that I did about moms. Blank pages, book pages, blank pages, Bible pages, blank pages. This is an entry that I did about singing, which is one of my passions. I love to sing. So I just journaled about one of my favorite songs. This is an entry that I also did a process video for. I did a journaling entry video about this one. About depression. My middle son has been dealing with that. And it's usually triggered by his grades in school. So he has self-esteem issues and things like that. I journaled about it here. Put a picture of him down there. Blank pages. My youngest son did a drawing. And I just put my Picasso up there. And he just did some little scribbling on there. But I still put it in here. Blank pages, music pages. This is a picture, an old picture of my son and my husband and my youngest son. We were out for lunch one day, and I just printed that out and put it in here. This is my autumn page, which is my favorite holiday. I think I mentioned that before, but this is also a process video that I did upload on my channel. So you can see that on here somewhere. Scroll through the playlist that's labeled, I believe I call it Journal with Me or something like that. Blank pages, poetry pages, blank pages. So I have a lot of blank pages in here. And as I stated before, I don't like that, but I can't get anything else in this journal. This is an entry I did about one of the evangelist from my church. She called me about a scripture that she wanted me to read. I printed it out and I stuck it down in here and I journaled about it. blank page, blank page. This is an entry that I did from another one of my friends and subscribers who sent me a Happy Mail package, Sharonda. So I just used the things that she sent me, some of the things that she sent me in that package, and I used it to complete this journaling entry. And I would have to say that that is the last page. That's, a birthday page from my middle son. We went out to the movies. I journal about that here. Happy birthday. And I took the movie ticket stubs and I stuck them in a little tuck spot there. And where we went to eat, I stuck that there. And he got some sneakers for his birthday. I kept the receipt here and stuck that down in there. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of this journal. It is super, super chunky. It is so chunky. It is so chunky. But I'm done with it. So I have this ribbon that I tie around it to keep everything in place. And the one that I created, the new one that I created is this one. I'm still figuring out what to put on the front. It looks a little bit incomplete to me, but the spine is 3 inches long, or wide rather. The spine is 3 inches wide. I did some sewing as my to put my signatures in the journal, and this is fabric that I put on the outside with a little bit of pink fabric that's coming up from the top. And I did a total of 7 signatures. That's what it looks like in the front, and that's the back. I have already started journaling in this one, and this year I'm using journaling prompts. I found 365 days worth of journaling prompts from a website called I don't even know what the website is, but on the bottom it says Tammy Taylor. So I'm assuming she's the one who created these prompts. So that's how I'm journaling this year. And so that's what I have been doing so far. So I plan to upload some process videos, but basically that's my first signature. Keep an open heart. And I just used some paper that I liked, coffee dot paper, some book pages, some coffee dot writing paper, some ledger paper. So it's basically the same setup in terms of what, signatures look like. I just used some papers that I like. Each signature begins with a little designer page or a little inspirational quote. Breathe and just let it go. I've had to look at that one several times already. And so that is that. And so I'll be doing some entries in this journal with you guys. I'm trying to do more of those because I know that you guys like those. And hopefully I'll be able to get around to doing those sooner rather than later. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. I appreciate you for being a part of my channel. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, I'm asking you to give it a thumbs up so YouTube can know that you're liking the content that I am putting out on my channel so that they can promote my channel to gain more subscribers as well. So, as always, I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.